for this challenge on the road. A look at the Cavaliers. These guys mean business. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A spectacular sight as we approach our broadcast location in downtown Orlando through the air. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Osman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Marquel Falls out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the small forward position. Oh, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Now, here's Fultz. Shot clock at 5. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Here's Gordon. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Nice job that time by Gordon to keep an eye on the shot clock so that he's under control and not panicking as it winds down.
Here's Drummond. Here's Garland. Vucevic with the block. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Steve Clifford gave me a few minutes before the game. He and his staff have been watching plenty of tape on Kevin Love, who is still a premier perimeter shooter, but has never lost his scoring inside. Should be fun to watch, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Here is Love. Pass to Sexton. Back to Love.
Commendable effort that time by Gordon on the defensive end. Really makes the extra effort to get to the shot.
Get it going.
Now, here's Isaac. Not a lot of room. To the wing right side. 5 on the clock. With the fadeaway. The second chance effort. They shoot again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you know, Isaac is not afraid of a little contact. When he's shooting, he looks for contact.
The Magic shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one. The 6th pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw, potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
You know, as good as the Magic were defensively last year, they were just as challenged offensively. Struggled a bit at that end of the floor. Only 24th in the league in points.
And that one's good. Drummond.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Fournier with the ball, guarded now by Kevin Love. And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game. And to be fair, Clark, the Magic offense has struggled for about a decade now.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, you think about some of the outstanding players they've had in the past, Dwight Howard and Vince Carter. Their impact of that quality offensively just wasn't ever really replaced.
Chalk up 2 there. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Knocks it loose. Vucevic the pass to Fournier. Fultz looking around. Pass to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Vucevic with the bucket.
Boy, that's just strength there. That's what we call weight room. The power of Vucevic on display.
Sexton the pass to Osman. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And there's the pass to Drummond. Back to Osman. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
Now, here's Isaac. And it's sent back by Drummond. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart. A moment now to see the numbers for Fournier. How he did last season. Averaged about 15 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Now, here's Fournier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kicks it to Gordon. Launches a 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Come get it.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Fultz.
Screen.
Here's Osman. The Cavaliers with a new 14. Love the pass to Drummond.
Hey, yo, right here.
He kicks it to Sexton.
Hey. Go over it.
Fires the 3. It's good from long range.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Pass to Vucevic.
Whoa.
Isaac up top. Back to Vucevic. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the 7-foot frame of Vucevic creates a lot of problems, causes a lot of problems for defenders, especially when he's close to the bucket.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale, and that's something he's continued to develop in the pros, a response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Here's Fournier, once again off the mark, Orlando.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Now here's Love, following the miss by Evan Fournier. And Kevin Love gets the three. Love's got 5.
Boy, it sure is a lot of fun watching Love bury these outside shots. I mean, when he's hitting from deep, it opens up things for everybody.
Now here's Fournier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks it out to Gordon. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Garland dishes to Sexton.
Screen coming.
Pass to Garland. 3-pointer. And it's Orlando with the rebound. It's a 7-point spread. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Fultz for 3. Gordon, the basket good off the assist from Fultz. Gordon's got his second basket of the night.
You know, when Gordon is hitting this all the time, the defense will have to play up on him. Consistency is the key.
Garland kicks to Sexton. And here we go with the Magic fast break.
Fournier very skilled at sniffing out, anticipating when to go for the steals.
Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Garland, the pass to Osman. Lays it up off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Magic trail by 4. Now Fultz, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kicks it out to Gordon. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Vucevic. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, this guy Vucevic is really the epitome of a glass eater. Love how hard he works on the boards.
Orlando shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Bamba is checked in for Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Isaac. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. And that one misses. Clark, you look at the defensive metrics for Nikola Vucevic lately, very good. And yet, he's been considered a liability at that end. So, in your opinion, which is it?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think it's a blend, quite honestly. The analytics say one thing, but in this day and age, the way the game is played, big centers are typically challenged from a mobility standpoint, especially trying to defend fleet-footed perimeter guys in pick-and-roll situations and in space. To Vucevic's credit, he's worked hard at becoming better, trying to be a better rim protector and recognize where he needs to be early on with anticipation. So he's making progress, but it's a blend in my mind.
Now, here's Garland, following the miss by Mohamed Bamba. From 11 feet away, it's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. 4-point game. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. They're the better team. I mean, they expect to win this matchup. We'll see if they can take care of business tonight.
And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. The 10-footer drained for 2 points.
Yeah, you know, that's a main weapon in Augustine's offensive attack. I mean, he's very comfortable rising up from this area.
Garland dishes to Sexton. Passes it to Garland. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The shot by Sexton, no good. Orlando's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Bamba. It's good. This game is all even.
Boy, he's a very effective scorer from there. Bamba's excellent at using his size to his advantage.
Here's Sexton. The pass to Garland. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Augustine, how he performed last season. 12th in three-point field goal percentage, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And who could defend him last season out there? Defenders tried to body him up, play a little physical, but time and time again, he drilled the three anyway. Sexton's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Inside, here's Vucevic, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Vucevic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Cavaliers trailing. Garland, the pass to Thompson. Lobbed up there for Thompson. No good on that one. Great D that time from Vucevic. And so here's Orlando. Here's Carter Williams. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Magic lead by 4.
And Carter Williams constantly keeps defenders guessing what he's going to do. The floater, when used right, is a devastating shot, and every guard needs to have it in his book bag.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Now here's Thompson. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Bamba. Pulls up for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Now, here's Sexton. Guarded closely. And here is Garland. Here's Bell. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And how about the ferocity of Bell? It's admirable. He crashes the boards with such an animalistic nature.
Feeds it to Vucevic. Over Thompson. Another miss by Orlando.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for Orlando. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Terrence Ross. Carter Williams is out there with DJ Augustine. Then it's Bamba, and it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Now here's Carter Williams. Darius Garland missing his last shot. Now here's Carter Williams. D right on him. Good D by Bell.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
The shot's good from Nance.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Here's Augustine. Larry Nance making his last shot. Ross on the wing, guarded by Porter. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Here's Bamba. And the shot is long. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Nance passes to Bell, and the layup's good off the glass. Bell's got his second bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Carter Williams. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Good D by Bell.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
The Magic trail by 5. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Ross. Vucevic with it. He's got 10, just 3 to shoot. And yes, it's good. Vucevic has got 12 points in the game.
Superb body control by Vucevic, bouncing off the defense and burying the shot.
Down low, here's Nance, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Terrence Ross. Evan Fournier's checked in for Carter Williams. And Marquel Falls is subbed in for Augustine. That free throw good from Nance. Clark, how do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached, and great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Now here's Drummond. And it's sent back by Isaac.
What a wingspan Isaac has. I mean, this guy is incredible at denying shots, and he loves to do it. Well, you know, he's still listed at 6'10", but when you see him standing next to teammates, guys, Jonathan Isaac is clearly taller. By the time he's done growing, he's projected to be a 7-footer or north of that.
Two.
The first free throw is good. And Isaac doesn't want that 7-footer label, something we've seen before with the guys like Garnett and Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I agree. There are a couple of things that go into that when you talk about guys not wanting to be listed at 7 feet. He grew up playing on the perimeter and still has an attachment to that part of his game. And then I think there's also the feeling if you're listed at 7 feet, you're going to get stuck inside. But even more than that, folks tend to look at you differently when you're a 7-footer because you appear to be out of the norm in a major way.
Now here's Porter. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Man, I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
And Fultz gets it to go.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Outside Porter. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And the call will be against Fournier. That's foul number 2 for him. Bamba against Drummond. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Cavaliers.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points. And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it. Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Sexton the pass to Nance. Passes to Porter. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Shoots from 8. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Isaac, and he's good on the 3-ball. Now just a 2-point Cleveland lead.
Man, I like the deep ball of Isaac there, man. Has good touch for a big fella, and he shoots it with confidence.
To the inside, stolen by Bamba. Now here's Fultz. Bamba kicks to Fournier. No good. That would have tied it. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Nance, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And the first one at the line is good. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of microanalysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Here's Drummond following the basket by Evan Fournier. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Drummond. Sexton's got 5 points now in the quarter. Fultz dishes to Gordon. Over to the left wing. Here's Fultz. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And, you know, Fultz is highly skilled as an offensive player. When he gets this kind of positioning inside, it's a wrap.
Bamba against Drummond. He dishes it to Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drummond finds Sexton. Shoots over Fournier. And that one hits back iron.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Now Fultz. Outside Gordon. Kicks to Bamba. Cavaliers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. For Cleveland, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And he makes the first.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Love comes in for Nance. Both good from the line that time. The Magic trail by 5. Fultz the pass to Fournier, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And the pass to Fultz. Outside Fournier. Just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Fournier's got 7.
That's Fournier's specialty. The long-distance bomb that really hand-ties defenses.
Porter passes to Thompson. Pass to Osman. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 6. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. Trailing by 4. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And here they go. And he makes that one. Porter's got his 2nd basket of the night.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
Now here's Fultz. Out to the right wing. There's the lob to the hoop. Shot clock at 6. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Very impressive instincts that Fultz has. I mean, especially on offense. He knows exactly when to bounce for the alley-oop.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Now here's Fournier after Colin Sexton's miss. Here's Gordon. Sexton grabs the board. Cleveland leading by 4. Pass to Osman. Isaac with the steal. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Isaac with the ball. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. 3-on-3. Sexton with it. Defended now by Fournier. And another miss by Cleveland.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
To the paint, stolen by Thompson. Here's Sexton. 8 points for him.
Pick coming. Pick coming. Here we go. Let's do it.
6 to shoot. The kick out to Porter. And it's sent back by Isaac. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Terrence Ross is checked in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Marquel Falls. And Cleveland also making a change. Garland, he's checked in for Sexton. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Augustine to the middle. Here's Bamba, and Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Hey, Gordon!
5 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Augustine, and he nails the jumper.
And Augustine has that thing on the string now. This dude has rush hour handles gliding through the defense with speed and tightness.
Right here.
Left side, Love.
He got it in!
How about that? One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers ahead, up by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. There were a lot of positives for them to take away from the second quarter, where they came from behind to take a 4-point lead at the half. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points. A lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Cleveland leading by 4 on the court for Cleveland. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Garland in at the point. Here's Isaac. No good, and Cleveland will come the other way. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. Cleveland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
Passes it to Sexton. Just 5 on the clock. Lays it up and banks it in. Sexton's got 10 points in the game.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer, and we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon, reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly. Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Love. He's coming off an excellent season. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Isaac. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, you have to keep Isaac off the boards. I mean, when he's that close to the rim and has good position, he's a threat to grab a bunch of rebounds.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Garland, the pass to Love. Launches it. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Thrown down with force. Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
And it's good for 2. Colts has got the game tied up here for the Magic.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Love, the basket good off the assist from Sexton. Love's got 9.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Here's Fournier. Again, the Magic score.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Garland kicks to Sexton. Score of the basket is 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Here's Gordon. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
And that is textbook perfect, the bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
Switch.
And here's Love. 9 points in the game so far. Garland kicks to Love. Here's Osman. He's covered by Isaac. Love trying to break loose. Here's Drummond. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down. Drummond's got 4 points this quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Jordan Bell's checked in for Cleveland. Nance comes in for Jetty Osman. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. A 2-point game. Here's Vucevic, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, you know, one of the best parts of Nikola Vucevic's game is his great body, excellent hands, and the high motor makes him an outstanding rebounder.
Garland with the bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Fournier passes to Isaac. That shot is off. Nance with some nice D. Here's Garland, and it's sent back by Isaac. Inside, and Vucevic throws it down.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
Sexton the pass to Nance. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's Fournier on the wing for the lead, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. A little bit of a down season for Evan Fournier in 2018-19.
Yeah, it was, Kevin. I mean, he got the same minutes, but his percentages were down. He's out there for his offense, so he's got to be more efficient going forward.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it, and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively, be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Back to Bell. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Bell's got it all tied up now for Cleveland. The Magic have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Now the pass to Gordon. Porter with the steal. Nance outside. Fournier pulls it down. Here's Vucevic. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Boy, his mobility is really surprising for a 7-footer when you look at Vucevic. He really takes it strong to the basket when he gets a lane.
Sexton gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Augustine passes to Ross. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Ross has got his first bucket of the night.
And that's a case where the deceptive strength that Ross has helps him score over the defense. You can't afford to take this guy lightly.
Bell with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Here's Sexton. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And Fournier kicks to Augustine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Garland. Augustine, no luck. Cleveland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Bell passes to Nance. Garland with it. Porter in the corner. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Augustine looking around. Pass to Vucevic from outside the arc. Doesn't go that time. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And let's take a look at Colin Sexton's numbers. Some last season stats for him. Put up about 16 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. For the Magic, Mohamed Bamba comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Carter Williams in for Fournier. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And Porter drops them both. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic. Pass to Bamba. Back to Augustine. From deep. Kept alive Orlando. Goes back up. Vucevic. That's down the hatch. Notch one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting. Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Augustine. Now, here's Garland. Lets it go from 14. Here's Bell, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Bell is on a mission to show how special he can be. An athletic, energetic forward who plays with a real passion.
And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of do-it-all big man.
Specifically, how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Now Carter Williams passes it to Bamba. Ross on the wing. The pass to Augustine. Connects from three-point range. Augustine's got 7 points.
And that quick trigger of Augustine, not giving the defense any chance to block the shot off the pass.
Here's Garland. It's blocked.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Bamba passes to Augustine. That one goes. Count it. And it's a 4-point Magic lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Magic.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Vucevic, the pass to Ross. He kicks it to Augustine. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Bamba's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Porter in the corner. From 13, here's Bell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. He misses the free throw. Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Larry Nance. And he sinks the second. There's 57 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here is Ross. Bamba kicks to Ross. Shoots. Pass to Augustine.
Hey, yo, right here, baby.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Vucevic. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Here's Osman. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Osman's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. And here's Augustine. Yep, it counts. Augustine's got 7 now in this quarter.
And I like how crafty Augustine gets in the pick and roll, Kevin. Outstanding at reading what's available and taking advantage of the defense's mistakes.
Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for the Orlando Magic. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with DJ Augustine, and it's Vucevic, then it's Terrence Ross, and it's Bamba in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Ross, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
Feasting on the leftovers, eating big time. Ross stepping inside the arc and making it happen.
Osman, the pass to Porter. Here's Thompson. Count it.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Pass to Vucevic. Kicks to Carter-Williams. Back to Vucevic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
How about this clear example of perseverance? I mean, he's in his 8th season before he makes an All-Star game in 2019. Nikola Vucevic just stayed with it, continued to get better.
And the first one drops. And Orlando making a change here. Fultz is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Porter dishes to Garland. Now the feed to Love. Pass to Thompson. 4 on the clock. Here's Garland. Rebound by the Magic.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Well, I think this speaks to Mamba's mobility, guys. He's showing how dangerous he can be when given space to operate.
Now, here's Garland. Tight defense on him. Here's Osman. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Fultz the pass to Carter Williams. Here's Vucevic.
And Vucevic enjoys throwing his weight around now. At 260 lbs, he's really good at finding ways to get to the line.
The free throw drops for Vucevic. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. And Cleveland also making a change. Drummond's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Osman.
You got him.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Over in the corner, Fultz. Offensive rebound. Here's Vucevic. Good D by Drummond. The Cavaliers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Love the pass to Osman.
What's up? Shooting 2. Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Magic. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. And he's good on the second. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Fultz with the ball. Here's Isaac. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz there, Kevin. Excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
Sexton dishes to Drummond. Over Bamba. Bamba with the block. Now here's Fultz. The pass to Gordon. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Boy, you look at the defense, not nearly the hustle or energy at that end of the floor. It's the exact opposite of what it was in the first half.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Love outside. Shot clock at 6. Shoots the 3.
You got it. Come on.
Here's Drummond. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. And Orlando making a change here. Fournier is checked in. And he makes both free throws. Here's Fournier. And stolen by Love. Pass to Sexton. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Clock at 6. Here's Garland.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Well, when you look at Mo Bamba with his size around 7'1" and Ike Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
The first one falls.
Well, you know, he started his career with a stress fracture in his left tibia, which cost Mo Bamba some time in his rookie season, but overall, a pretty impressive start for the 2018 number 6 pick.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Clark, you look at Bamba's play thus far. What to you stands out?
Well, the first thing is he's a shot blocker supreme. I mean, he's an elite shot blocker. I think he's got the potential to be a defensive player of the year in time. And also his shooting ability. This guy has a terrific touch for somebody as tall as he is.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pick coming.
Faults the pass to Gordon. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Sexton with it. He's against Gordon. Garland, the basket good off the assist from Sexton. 9 points for Darius Garland.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And Fultz gets it to go. And the Magic lead by 9.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pass to Drummond. Love trying to break loose. And that one's good. Drummond's got 4 points this quarter.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Here's Fournier. The shot, no good. Good D by Love. Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Isaac. The shot by Sexton, no good. Now, Fultz. Passes it to Gordon. Over Love. Kept alive. Fournier. That one doesn't go.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And it's sent back by Isaac. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Timeout called, Cleveland.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Vucevic.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play, and this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what John Beilein said to his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And it's the Magic with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Isaac finds Bamba. Outside Fournier. Off target from outside.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Basket counts.
Boy, Love is really good at getting inside the paint, establishing position, has an excellent feel for how to score around the basket.
Fultz with the ball. Working on Love. It counts. And the foul. That one on Love.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
That free throw good from Fultz.
You know, Fultz is a guy who can easily take over a game if you give him an opportunity to. He's very confident and has remarkable decision-making skills.
Sexton the pass to Drummond. Back to Sexton. And Love throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And here's Fultz. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And, you know, Fultz plays bigger than his size down low, guys. Outstanding at using his body to draw contact.
That free throw good from Fultz. And the number 1 pick in 2017, Marquel Falls out of Washington, 6'4". Clark, do you think he's more of a point guard or a 2?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
There's the pass to Sexton. 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Isaac. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Pull-up jumper. Bucket is good.
Man, I like Isaac's mobility. Love it. This guy gets down the floor extremely well. And he has a sense of where he should go to get a scoring opportunity, too.
Don't get hit.
Here's Osman. He's covered by Isaac.
Two shots.
No good on the free throw. No good on the second free throw. The Magic leading by 8. Fournier passes to Gordon. And good that time. Gordon's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Pass to Love. Down low. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Fultz. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Well, I like the way Fultz attacks with confidence. He's excellent at making the defense commit.
First free throw is good.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here, aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Pass to Love. He feeds it to Garland.
Hey, right here. Hey, who got ball? Yo, flash, yo, left.
Passes it to Sexton. Good on the three-point shot. Sexton's got 19 points.
You got to tip your cap to the young fella. Sexton, even with a hand in his face, able to maintain his focus.
Fultz the pass to Vucevic. Here's Isaac. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Isaac's got the lead up to 11 now for the Magic. And so here's Cleveland. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Love against Gordon. Garland the pass to Osman. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Fultz. Six on the shot clock. High arcing shot. Cavaliers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 16th rebound on the night. Love kicks to Drummond. Garland with it. Defended now by Fournier. Here's Love. Here's Drummond. That one drops for him. Drummond's got it back down to within single digits for the Cavs.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
Vucevic to the pass to Isaac. Rebound Andre Drummond. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The shot by Sexton, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And the pass to Love. Over Gordon. And Drummond throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.